Good evening. My name is Sandy Griffiths, and I'm the chairperson of the Planning and Zoning Commission. I will be presiding over the commission's deliberations on hearing items this evening. The Planning and Zoning Commission sits in an advisory capacity to the Town Council. As such, the commission reviews planning and zoning issues and forwards recommendations regarding these important issues to the council. All members are appointed by the council and volunteer their time. If you wish to speak during call to the public or on the public hearing item this evening, please pre-register your name with the clerk. When you are recognized by the clerk, please come to the microphone and state your name and address. I will ask that you direct your pertinent comments to the commission through the chairperson and not to staff. A 3-minute time limit will be imposed. After all registered commenters speak, the chair will call for any additional speakers who wish to speak at call to the public to please come to the podium. This evening's proceedings will be conducted as follows. First, I will read the public hearing item into record. Staff will then present the agenda item and their recommendations to the commission. The commission will ask questions of the staff. The applicant will be asked to come forward for any questions from the staff and the commission. The floor will then be open to comments from the public regarding the hearing item. After public comment has been closed, the item will then return to staff for clarification or comment, then to the commission for comments and/or a motion and vote. Thank you all for being here this evening. Clerk Carmela, will you please take roll?
Chair Griffiths,
Here.
Vice Chair Evans,
Here.
Commissioner Rutherford,
Here.
Commissioner Laney,
Here.
Commissioner Erb,
Here.
and Commissioner Phil Bordone has an excused absence tonight.
Thank you, Clerk Carmela. Item 4, call to the public. At this time, any member of the public is allowed to address the Planning and Zoning Commission on any issue within the jurisdiction of the commission, except for those items scheduled for a public hearing at this meeting. The speaker may have up to 3 minutes to speak. Any persons wishing to address the commission, please register to speak. Clerk, do we have any members of the public wishing to make comment?
No, we do not, Chair.
Thank you, Clerk. Item 5, announcements. Commission, do we have any announcements? Vice Chair Evans?
Just wanted to let my fellow commissioners know that this will be my last meeting. Served for 2.5 years. I've enjoyed it very much, but I'm moving out of the area. I'm actually moving to the Atlanta, Georgia area in about a month and a half. So I want to thank you all, and it's been good fun. And I'll be submitting my resignation to the mayor tomorrow. Thank you.
I want to say all those in favor, let's vote no. Item 6, approval of minutes. The January 13th, 2025 regular meeting minutes of the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Are there any changes and/or a motion for approval?
I move we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
We have a motion by Commissioner Laney for approval of the January 13th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Commissioner Erb. All of those in favor with the voice vote, yay? Yay. Any nay? Minutes for the January 13th, 2025 Planning and Zoning regular meeting minutes are approved. Item 7A, public hearing item. Open the public hearing. Waste Management of Arizona property owner, a request for a zoning map change from C1 commercial minor industrial to IG Industrial General Limited on approximately 3.42 acres in order to bring the entire property into compliance with the IG zoning located at 9434 East Valley Road, parcel number 402-28009E. Making the presentation this evening is Mr. Chris Norlock, Development Services Urban Planner 2. Welcome, Mr. Norlock.
Thank you, Chair, Vice Chair, Commission. This is a zone map change for 9434 East Valley Road for waste management. The parcel is located on the corner of Mendocino and Florentine. The general plan designation for the northern portion is business park, and which allows for this industrial use. The northern 3.42 acres is being requested to be rezoned from CI to IG, which is Industrial General Limited. That would make the entire parcel, which is the northern and southern piece, entirely IG zoning. The northern portion is in the Big Sky Business Park. The site will include roughly a 22,500 square foot hauling facility, a new 21,000 square foot transfer station, a new compressed natural gas station, and a new diesel fuel island. The curb cut on Mendocino will be, on the northern piece, will be an exit only, and staff will continue to work with the applicant on finalizing the traffic impact statement for this project. This is an elevation of the transfer station, which is around 21,000 square feet, and the building height is 34 feet 8 inches, which codes allow 35 feet. These are the elevations for the hauling station, which is around 22,000 square feet, which is 34 feet 6 inches. And the one that was sent out was this colored elevation, which is what it will look like. This is a rough landscape plan provided by them, which will have a 10-foot landscape buffer on the north, south, and west side, and does comply with the Prescott AMA list. This is a revised one from the packet that was sent out after. And I will take any questions. Staff recommends approval of this, of the ZMC 24-006 with the conditions listed. And then just one thing for the staff report, the letter of intent had language that was included in the staff report that indicated an 8-foot tall fencing on all property lines. It has since been updated, and the 8-foot slat is only along the west property line. And it, once again, is being zoned from CI to IG. So I will take any questions, and the applicant is here as well.
Thank you, Mr. Norlock. Commission, are there any questions for Mr. Norlock?
I do have one.
Yes, Mr. Erb.
So I want to make sure I understand what I was looking at here correctly. Is it 2 new buildings or just one's existing, one's new?
So it'll be 2 new buildings.
So it is 2 full new buildings, full development of the parcel. So with that said, is either facility, I did not see in the documentation whether either facility is going to be capable of or in the future for household hazardous waste.
Not currently.
Okay.
Yeah, not currently.
Any other questions of Mr. Norlock, Commission? Is the applicant here?
Yes, they are.
Thank you. We'd love to call them up. Please state your name for the record.
Justin Cassidy with Colley Architects, project architect.
Thank you, Justin.
Jessica Walco, Waste Management Engineering Manager.
Well, you both have a big job. Thank you for being here this evening. I know that, Justin, I appreciate and applaud you for making changes to the building height.
I did have a question about that.
If you'll speak into the microphone, please.
Of course, first off, I did have a question about that. So the 35 feet is to the ridge. Does that include appurtenances?
Mr. Chris can answer that for us.
So if any appurtenances are over 35 feet, they cannot be. Any appurtenances cannot be over 35 feet then?
That is correct.
Good to know. Thank you.
Miss Jessica, what is your role with the new expansion?
So I'm the engineering manager for the Four Corners area, so I oversee all the engineering projects in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah.
Keeps you fairly busy.
Yes.
And the other thing, Justin, and I know your landscape architect is not here this evening, but I would like to also thank them and commend them for redoing the plant palette to make it more in line with our zone for Prescott Valley.
I'll be sure to pass that along.
Pass that along. We appreciate that very much. I do have a question. When you go to do demolition, how are you going to handle, Jessica, the continued moving in and moving out of waste?
So if you're looking at the plan right now, the northern half of the property is currently undeveloped. So we will actually be constructing in phases. So we will make the brand-new transfer station first, move the waste to the new transfer station, demo the old transfer station, then build the hauling company. So it will take some time, but we'll build it in phases so that we have continuous operation.
How long do you see this modification taking from start to finish?
I think it could take around 2 years from start to finish.
Thank you for doing that. I know it's badly needed and it's going to be very nice. I do have one more question, and I don't know, Justin, if this pertains to you or not, but I understand that your fire hydrant needs to be relocated, and there will now be 2 on site.
That's correct, yes.
And we didn't see this location in our package. I'm assuming you'll have that ready to go with the utilities submittal for council?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Any other commissions from our representatives, commission? Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clerk Carmella, any registered speakers on this public hearing item?
Yes, Patricia Betzold.
Thank you. Patricia Betzold, now in Chino Valley, but still active here in Prescott Valley, trying to protect the interests of our residents and my friends that live here. So commissioners, starting off, I want you to please be aware of who Waste Management is. I will admit I'm from California. Waste Management has a huge monopoly in California. And online, simply stated, it is a company that provides waste management and environmental services in North America, meaning they have taken over much of the entire country. They do so by moving in, lowering all their prices until they eliminate all the competition, and then they raise all the rates. And this is both for commercial and residential trash pickup. So don't underestimate them. There's a reason they sponsored the Phoenix Open and many, many, many other events. Understand also that they are not bringing jobs. They are taking jobs and businesses away from small business owners that have been operating here in PV for quite some time. But aside from that, because that's really a council situation, understand that they are perfectly capable of making an investment in the town and at this site. One of my concerns is that the traffic study is not attached to the report. You understand that only 2,200 feet away, you have a very densely populated residential area. The Valley Street connects the site directly into this neighborhood. There is nothing in the document that says they're going to restrict traffic to Mendocino, which means they could drive down Valley. And once they take over the town, there will be a very high volume of trucks concentrated in that area. On Mendocino, it leads to the 69. We all know how dangerous the 69 is, and we've been begging somebody to do something about it. I haven't heard that they're going to provide a signalized intersection, so I'm assuming that these very slow-moving trucks, and we've all been stuck behind trash trucks, okay, is going to be trying to merge into high-speed traffic on SR 69. Yet there's nothing mentioned about any modifications or improvements to make to take care of this volume that is going to be imposed there once they take over all the trash situation. Also, I'm not aware that we have a noise ordinance or a smell ordinance that's also going to protect the local business people as well as the residents, only 2,200 feet away, from trucks leaving at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what it sounds like? It's very loud. It's going to be disruptive. And we've all seen that really famous problem in Phoenix with the smell when they're decomposing and handling trash. We don't have any of those protections in place for our residents.
Thank you, Patricia.
I'd like to suggest that some thought and amendment be made to what Waste Management is bringing to town. Thank you so much.
Thank you. To our town engineer, would you like to make comment, please? About the traffic study?
Yes, excuse me,
Please
the town-
state your name.
John Latier, the town
Latier.
engineer. The staff has made comments requesting updates to the traffic impact statement that was provided. Through the development of this project, the site has changed its use and operation a couple of times, so we've made that comment to the applicant, and we're waiting for them to reply back to us with an updated traffic statement. A couple of the items that were brought up here about truck traffic, the numbers of vehicles, the routing, turning movements, those will all be covered in the traffic statement that we're expecting.
Thank you, Mr. Latier. Patricia, your time is up. Thank you. Patricia, please come to the mic.
I was only asking if he could repeat the name of the person or company that's providing the traffic statement. That was it.
Well, the applicant has a consultant. They can share that information.
Who is reviewing it? You are?
We are, the town is, yes. Mhm.
Thank you, Mr.
Good?
Latier.
Okay.
At this time, I'll close the public hearing. Commission, are there any other comments and proposed changes to ZMC 24-006? If not, is there a motion to approve and/or deny the zoning map change?
As my last official act, I move that we approve zoning map change 24-006.
Thank you, Vice Chair Evans. Do we have a second? You have a comment on the application?
Yes, ma'am. Before we move
Hold
on.
on 1 second. Stephen, we have a motion.
Dispense of the motion. If there's
Perfect.
no second, then why don't we just move forward and
that's
and
fine.
make comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
So my question is to the town's engineer. If the traffic study comes back and reveals information that exceeds traffic counts, similar sort of things, would that be the decision then to address concerns like a traffic light at the area, at that intersection? What would propagate the decision to require a traffic light be installed versus not?
That's a good question, thank you. And that would be determined by the numbers of vehicles that the site would be generating. Typically, traffic volumes are studied at what they call the peak hour volume, which is the busiest time of day. So part of what the traffic statement will do is tell us how the site plans to operate, numbers of vehicles, time of day, when they come, when they leave, when they return, and we evaluate that against the other surrounding traffic.
Are you able to tell us what that number is that they would exceed during a peak? What that would be? No, I mean,
we don't know that when they submit the traffic statement, they'll tell us how many vehicles they generate in that peak hour, the routing of the vehicles, the directions they take, where they turn, where they're going to go. We'll look at all of that. That will all be part of that traffic statement. When it comes down to traffic at the Mendocino intersection, that will need to be compared to the amount of traffic that's already on State Route 69, which is also a state highway. So we do have review comments from ADOT. So we will be coordinating this review with ADOT for that use as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Latier. Inasmuch as we put our motion on hold, Vice Chair Evans, would you like to rephrase your motion, remake it?
Yeah, I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve zoning map change 24-006.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
A second.
Thank you, Commissioner Erb. Clerk, please call the vote.
Commissioner Rutherford, Vice Chair Evans,
Yes.
Commissioner Erb,
Yes.
Commissioner Laney, Chair Griffiths.
Yes. Item 9, adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner Erb. Do we have a second? Thank you, Vice Chair Evans. All in favor by voice vote? Yay. Any nay? Thank you. We're adjourned.